Important immigration update. The U.S. Senate is about to vote on a bill on Wednesday, February 7th, that's going to clamp down and make it harder to cross the southern border for migrants and at the same time increase legal immigration to the United States by 250,000 green cards. First, the President of the United States is going to be given authority to shut down the border once more than 4,000 people per day start crossing over it. By law, if more than 5,000 per day cross over, it will be automatically closed. Second, they're going to make it harder to apply for asylum, and they're going to process asylum claims in 6 months. So there's no more come to the United States, apply for asylum, and get a work permit and wait years and years and years for an interview and grow your roots in the United States. And the appeal process is going to be limited in the courts. The appeal process is going to be done through the Department of Homeland Security. In return for harder asylum and clamping down on the border, the United States is going to be giving 250,000 more green cards to eligible people who are on the waiting list for green cards through family sponsorship and employment sponsorship. That means the backlogs of waiting years and years and years will be substantially reduced. And as a throw-in, children who are on H-4 visas dependent on their parents' H-1B visas will not age out once they turn 21 years old. Second, you have to understand the politics behind all of this. This immigration bill is tied to aid to Ukraine and aid to Israel. Why? Because Republicans said they will not give another dollar to Israel or to Ukraine until the United States secures its own border on the Mexican-U.S. border. Second, it needs 60 senators to pass the bill. Presumably, 51 Democrats presumably will vote for it, and there's enough Republican leadership, 60 senators, at least 9 Republicans to vote for it. If it passes, and there's no guarantee, that's when it gets dicey. Because the Republican presidential candidate, presumed presidential candidate, Donald Trump, says he doesn't want an immigration bill. Why? Because he wants to campaign against Joe Biden on his poor record with immigration. So he wants the border to remain as open as possible to show the U.S. public that Joe Biden can't control the border. If the bill passes the U.S. Senate, it's going to go to the House of Representatives. The House Majority Leader for the House of Representatives, Mike Johnson, says this bill is dead on arrival. Now, 2 things may happen if the Senate passes this bill. One, many in the House of Representatives will cave and say, okay, let's pass this bill if it looks like they're going to be the cause of rampant immigration across the southern border. Or 2, there may be a negotiation to lower the threshold on the number of people who have to cross the border before it automatically shuts down, and they may negotiate the end of all of those parole programs in order to get a deal. It's important to a lot of politicians to look strong on immigration. It's important to a lot of politicians to give aid to Israel and Ukraine. So there's a lot of moving parts here. As a backdrop to all of this, the American public has the perception, right or wrong, that there is a surge in crime due to the migrant crisis of people running across the border. And fuel was added to that fire just this past weekend when a group of alleged migrants was caught on camera in Times Square in New York City beating up several police officers. So there's a lot going on here. I'll keep you updated as I know more.